Hi, hello, happy Monday. Okay, so today is Monday the 15th in the morning, and I don't know, I'm not quite sure what or where to start today, but eh, let's do this. Welcome to week two of Becoming Out Loud, where we check in, see how last week was, how this week is gonna be. Um, what did we learn? What do we want to do? And honestly, just be and sit with it. And I don't know why my camera does this. Every single time I start talking, suddenly it's blurry. There you are. Thank you. Okay, so last week was interesting. A lot of high highs, but also a lot of in between moments. And this week is hopefully gonna be better than last week, but also understanding that each and every like being in the moment. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. What's that? Okay, what's my stapler? Anyway. Oh, okay. I have so much crap on my desk. Okay, my phone's charging, so I'm not gonna unplug the charger. Anyway, where was I? I haven't had coffee. I've been having ginger tea for the last couple of days, and so my brain feels like a mouse running around and running on a spinning wheel, but not really getting anywhere because I need coffee. I love coffee. I am coffee. Coffee and I are each other. We do life together. But when I'm not having coffee, I'm feeling I need coffee. And anyway, that should not be the point of this. What do we want to talk about today? Yeah, I think we just said checking in. Last week was interesting. It's funny how when you don't take the time to acknowledge or like even just be present with what has happened, you feel like nothing has happened. So yesterday around 7 p.m., I sat down and I just grabbed my journal and I just went through the past 2 weeks of September and especially last week. It's funny how much happened. Oh my goodness, last week we had an orientation call. I finally became like a fully, listening calls, motivating the masses, speaker, advocate, coach. And during the orientation, the question was, what inspired you to say yes? I like where this is going. And for me, what inspired me was knowing that I get to be, I don't want to say someone's lifeline, but I get to see, I get to hold space for somebody or many somebodies. I get to hold space, safe space. I get to look in their eyes and tell them what I see in them. And if they can't believe what I'm saying to them, perhaps they borrow my confidence in them just for a while. Perhaps they borrow their faith, my faith in them just for a while. I feel like that being said, it's the showing up and showing out and then being able to hold space for somebody else. See, when I joined Lisa's campus, that was like way back when, hello. But specifically the speaking course, Ignite, your speaking and writing. I remember I was scared. And I said something in my introduction when I said, please hold me accountable to who I'm becoming. And when I forget, remind me. And when I forget, remind me again and again who I said I would become. And one of our coaches, amazing, amazing coach, he said, Phoebe, if when I heard your introduction, I was like, okay, amazing. Then you said again and again and again and again and again. The thing is, if someone has to remind you what you said you wanted, that means they want it more for you than you want it for yourself. What he shared with me was find a reason deep enough that even when you don't feel like getting up, you show up and you show out every single day. You show up and you play full out every single day. Find a deep why. And that carried me for the next 6 to 8 months. And that carried me through the multiple recordings and feeling awkward. Listen, this feels really awkward. I love talking. More than that, I love hearing myself talk. But more than that, I love seeing myself talk. It feels amazing. but I feel so rusty and I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. But then that finding that deep why are you doing this? I want to look back one day and realize, wow, oh my goodness, I recorded the journey, you know? I recorded the journey and eventually I think I'll switch from my webcam to my phone camera. But like for now, this is simple. It's easy. It's easier than, using my phone and then editing and it. If I do it on Zoom, it's just easy. I'll just upload and, you know. But anyway, all those coaches who helped me through that program, which exponentially changed my life, I want to be able to hold space for someone else in the same way. And I remember when I was sharing that, I felt it in my soul that this is where I'm meant to be. This is what I'm meant to be doing, you know? And so last week was amazing. It was amazing to have Lisa there with us. It was amazing to see other speaker advocate coaches also sharing their why, and some of them who are more seasoned than us sharing what they've learned being speaker advocate coaches. It was absolutely amazing. And if I hadn't written that down on my calendar, I probably would have forgotten that it happened last week. I think the lesson here is to celebrate in the moment when something is happening, to sit with it, to reflect on it, and to be with it, so that when the hard things come, when the waves are like knocking you off course, you remember how far you've come, all you've accomplished, and all the celebrations you've had, you know? That's the one thing that I've done a lot this year. I haven't celebrated as much. When something has happened, I'm just like, yeah, amazing. Okay, on to the next. But I think the commitment I'm making to myself now moving forward is to show up every single day, to play full out every single day, and then to celebrate. To celebrate twice as hard. Because you know what? When we play, like we, how can I say it? We play harder. No, work hard and play harder. I think that's what I'm looking for. And the other thing, I was just on a call with my friend Claudia. Wow. What I got out of the call and what I'm committing to moving forward is to do it messy, to do it imperfectly, and then to do it again and again and again and again, and to celebrate each step I take. Because sometimes when you look at the whole journey, it feels long, it feels tiresome, it feels scary, it feels overwhelming because you're not quite sure how do I get there when I can't even figure out how to get to tomorrow, how to get to Friday, how to get to next week, how do I get to the end of the year, how do I get to next year, how do I get to 2027? So do it messy, do it imperfectly, then do it again. It's just about here. And if I can do that today and that tomorrow and that, then the other day will take care of itself. Next year will take care of itself. Tomorrow will take care of itself. I just gotta focus on today, right here, right now. So I think that's what I'm taking. Anyway, again, rusty. I have no idea what I'm doing. I set a timer so I could do this, and I don't know how long it's been. Today my camera is blurry and I hate it, but I'll post it anyway. Do it messy, do it imperfectly, do it again and again and again until you become along the journey. As always, I see you, I believe in you, and I love you. Happy third week of September. I wish you the very best this week. Show up and show out.